stones as the world rolls by. Every turn's a piece of home I know. My heart beats steady on that gravel road. Sometimes I roam, but I always return to the place where my soul still burns. I can take you down highways unknown, but that gravel road will always lead me home. On that gravel road, I'm free and alive, kicking up stones as the world rolls by.
Okay. Hello, everybody. If we're able to, let's see if the chat works. Seems like it's not working. Yeah. But, okay, that's okay. We have a stream today. We'll talk about the next section of the book. So we were supposed to read this book until page 136. And we also have Christmas coming up. Oh, it does work. Hey, Gemini, thanks for joining. This is a better time for you. A little earlier today. I think that's okay because for some people this time is more convenient. For others, it's not, but we'll do it at this time today. So we were supposed to read until page 136. And like I said, we also have Christmas coming up. So coincidentally, notice coincidentally, we lined up our reading with Christmas also in the book. So we'll talk about some words and vocabulary for Christmas from the book. Okay, and we'll talk about other vocabulary as well. And then I really hope that for the new year, 2026, in the beginning, you guys will finish the book. I'll finish the book too. And then we can do a summary and continue next year. But I want everybody to finish the book. So if you're watching this and you're at page 130 or 36, then you have about 100 pages left. A little less, so less than 100. But you can do it. So hello, everybody. Hey, and hello from Ukraine. Yeah, hey, thanks for joining. All right, so we'll do this. We'll start from the beginning. If there are questions, then I'll stop. I'll answer the questions. But we'll start with page 104, and we'll look at a word that, hey everybody. We'll look at a word on page 104 that we've talked about, I think, from the first book, which is crawling. Okay, so I'll show you here. Crawling. There. She wanted her child to walk around on two legs because crawling around on all fours would be too degrading. Babies, before they can walk, they crawl around. So to crawl. And again, we'll have a list in our chat. So this will be number 1, 2, to crawl. So at the end, okay, at the end we could have a whole list of, from the beginning of the book, a list of words and expressions. That could be something. So number 1, to crawl. Also, we have degrading on the, at the same part. So it would be on all, crawling around on all fours would be too degrading. If something is degrading, we're losing, so number 2, degrading. We're losing our self-respect or self-worth. So it is degrading us. We're losing our self-respect, our self-worth. Okay, so if we're crawling around, it's degrading. It makes us think less of, makes us think or feel less of ourselves. Okay? We feel worse about ourselves. Okay. Also, 104, we have animal vocabulary. Hind, legs. So now we've got a dog that's gonna be walking around on his hind legs for the whole show. Hind legs are the back legs. So, hind legs. Sometimes we have veterinarians who join. So for animals like dogs or cats, we can say hind legs. The back legs. Sorry, that's number 3. So number 3, hind legs. Okay, that's number 3. Okay, let's go to page 105 or 105. And we have semi-formal, the word, which comes from, we talk about formal. We have semi-formal. Number 4. Mrs. Norton said the play is going to be a semi-formal occasion. And I know there's no way Roderick is going to wear a tie for a middle school play. So when we say formal occasion, we would think you have to dress appropriately. So not like this with a sweatshirt, but you would wear maybe a jacket, a nice shirt. You might wear a tie. Okay? And a semi-formal is in between formal and informal. We have formal and we have informal. So semi-formal is in between, in the middle. So not formal and also not informal. Please, how to find the book. Well, you can find the book in the library. I've had students get it, check out the book. We say to check out a book from the library. From a bookstore, you can go to an English bookstore or international bookstore. Amazon, used bookstore, and also online. Online, you can definitely find it in English. This is the book, and I recommend reading. So you can find the audiobook as well, but I think reading is better for this exercise specifically. So, but audiobooks are good too. Just for us now, I think it's better if we read. Yeah, read. Okay, so that's 105 semi-formal. 106 peaking. We've talked about peaking. I'll show you this. So 106. I was peeking here. I was peeking through the curtain to check out how many people showed up. So peeking is very similar to looking. If other people can't see us, or if we're hiding and looking, or looking through a small hole or space, then we can say we're peeking. Okay, so number 5, peeking, or to peek. Peeking is similar to looking. Again, if you're hiding and you're looking from somewhere, or if there's a small space and you're looking, you're peeking. Okay, so that's the difference. But we might have talked about this from the Magic Treehouse, maybe. Okay, so that's page 106. Let's go to 107. We have stage fright. So in the book, they're performing. They have a play, and everybody has their own part. The 3 boys, I think there's 3, they're trees. So they're trees in the play. And one of them is a bush or shrub. I think it's actually shrub, which is a bush. And stage fright is when you go on stage and you see lots of people in the audience and you have fear of speaking or being in front of so many people. So that's what we call stage fright on page 107. So stage fright. And I'll read the context. So stage fright. Sorry. Number 6. Stage fright. I put an E into it, but stage fright. Okay. The play was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but it got delayed because Rodney James had stage fright. So it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but it got delayed, or sometimes we say pushed back, because Rodney had stage fright. So they were delaying the play. They weren't starting because he wasn't ready. He was afraid to start. So they were waiting for him. And then his mom comes and carries him off. So brings him off stage. Okay, so stage fright. That's it for 107. 108, we have stool. Stool is a very small chair, but I think in the past I did a YouTube short where I had stool as one of the vocabulary terms. So I'll show the book because you can see a picture um, of a stool. So this here, that's a stool right there. So he's sitting, we can say he's sitting on a stool. He's sitting on a stool. Okay, so stool is number 7. Okay, let's go to 112. Page 112, we have hop off. Hop off, number 8. Hop off, we also talked about, maybe, but we'll repeat these. Hop off is to jump off. Sometimes you have a smaller jump. Obviously, you can jump high and you can have different types of jumping. Hop off could be a smaller jump. So I'll read the context. This is page 112. The song is about 3 minutes long. They're talking about singing. So they're playing trees, the 3 boys, on stage, and they have to sing a song. So the song is only about 3 minutes long, but to me it felt like an hour and a half. You pay attention also, this is important. An hour and a half. Okay, so not an hour and half, hour and a half. Okay, I was just praying the curtains would go down so we could hop off the stage, so we could get off the stage. You might say that they're not literally jumping off the stage. It might be metaphorical, but they're getting off the stage. So he said, I was just praying the curtains would go down. This is a curtain. The curtains would go down so we could hop off the stage. When you do plays, sometimes they have the curtains that go down. Okay, so the curtains would go down so we could get off the stage. Okay, so that's number 8, hop off. Any questions so far? No? Okay, so let's go to 113. 113. And we have the 3 trees. And in one part, they have to throw apples at a girl. The girl is wearing glasses, and one of them throws the apple right at her face. And I'll read from here, page 113. Somebody knocked the glasses off. That's a good one as well. So knocked off. Knocked the glasses off Patty's head. Patty is the girl's name. Somebody knocked the glasses off of Patty's head, and one of the lenses broke. Lenses is what I wanted to mention. So number 9, lenses. Lenses. We have glasses, and the glasses have 2 lenses. So one of them broke. One of the lenses broke from the glasses. And then they had to stop the play because she can't see without her glasses, the girl. So, okay. Also, this is a French word, I believe, bouquet. Bouquet, number 10. Just for pronunciation, bouquet of flowers. So just so we have pronunciation practice, we would say bouquet. Bouquet of flowers. Okay, also 113. Bouquet of flowers. Okay. Now we'll get into some Christmas vocabulary, and I'll talk about a few terms that I would also use. And if you guys watch Christmas movies like Home Alone, or people say Harry Potter is a Christmas movie. I don't know. I know I have students who are big fans of Harry Potter, both the books and the movie series. So, but Home Alone is definitely a Christmas movie, and there's another Christmas movie maybe called Vacation. Hey, Tobias, thanks for joining. Yeah, nice to see you. We're talking about the book, and we're going to get into some Christmas vocabulary from the book, some terms which could be useful. But I was thinking of Christmas movies. Do you have any? I said Home Alone. Maybe the second one is about Christmas, but Home Alone is a Christmas movie. I said Harry Potter. People say Harry Potter. Besides that, there's maybe Christmas Vacation. Maybe that's the movie. So there are Christmas movies, and if you watch these, you'll pick up on vocabulary, and we'll have some from the book that we'll talk about now. Okay, so if you get into a conversation during the holidays, this year or next year even, you'll have some vocabulary to talk about, or if you hear people say it, then you can recognize and understand what they're talking about. Okay, so these aren't all the terms, but just from the book. So 115, we have wish list. Wish list. And I'll show a picture in a second, but I'll write down, this is 11, number 11, wish list, from page 115. So, okay. I'll show you. So it says Roderick's wish list here. In fact, the only thing that tipped me off that Christmas was coming was when Roderick put his wish list up on the refrigerator. I usually make a big wish list. Again, we have wish list every year, but this Christmas, all I want is this video game called Twisted Wizard. So a wish list is what we had during Christmas, where we would write on a piece of paper or a card a list of toys or items or clothes that we wanted, and it was our Christmas wish list. Obviously, for adults, we don't do that anymore, or I think most people don't. But for kids, they have a wish list, and so you try to write down everything that you would like Santa to get you or to get for you. Okay, so picking out all the stuff I like, because we can select. So we have picking out all the stuff he wants. Manny, his younger brother, picking out all the stuff he wants. Okay, so pick out, I'll have 12 to pick out, to select, to pick out presents, to pick out gifts, to pick out items, so to select. So his younger brother, tonight Manny was going through the Christmas catalog. Catalog, I'll talk about in a second as well. Going through the Christmas catalog, picking out all the stuff he wants with a big red marker. Okay, a marker is like a pen. I have a green marker. Okay, so he's picking out all the stuff he wants with a big red marker. Catalog is a good word. I think catalog is common, but we'll add it so we have it. What page is this? 115 still. Okay. So catalog is the selection. We can have a catalog for clothes where you have all the items, the t-shirts or pants. You can have a catalog for video games. People don't go so much anymore to video game stores, but in the past they had popular stores. GameStop is a American company, which recently became popular again because they had something they did with the GameStop stock, and something on Reddit, and so it became popular. But GameStop people would go to try games, to buy games. Now people buy them online. They buy them online. Okay, let's keep going. So where's the term I wanted to talk about? Okay, 118, we'll just add this as well. 118, charity. And I'll read the paragraph as well, but 14 is charity. Okay, so this is page 100 and I don't know what that says, Ninja or Niraja. Bogaya from Biran, Bihar. Okay. But page 118, we have charity. So Dad wasn't really happy when he saw that when he saw what Uncle Charlie got me. He told me to either throw it out or give it away to charity. Charity, we can say charity. Give it away to charity. So, charity, when we give things to people who don't have what we're giving. Charity could be where we're giving food. It could be clean water. It could be a charity community or event where we give our time. Maybe we help clean some area or pick up trash somewhere where people need help. Or we could have charity organizations who help people with breast cancer, for example, or other diseases or illnesses or conditions. Okay, so charity is a good word. We have Secret Santa on page 119. So tonight, I'll read the paragraph here. Tonight, me and mom went out to get a gift for the giving tree at church. The giving tree, I think, it says the giving tree is basically a Secret Santa kind of thing where you get a gift for someone who is needy. Okay, so Secret Santa is what I wanted to. And gift is the item that we give. So just for the basics, we'll write down 15 is Secret Santa because I want to go in order. So Secret Santa. And then we have 16 is gift. I know gift is simple, but just so we have it. A gift could be for our birthday. It could be for Christmas. It could be for when you visit someone and you meet their parents, you might bring a gift. At a wedding, we give gifts. Okay, so that's a gift. And hey, Gladys, thanks for joining. Nice to see you. We're talking about the Christmas vocabulary now from the book because there are some useful terms and we're covering those. So we're on page 118, or sorry, 119. And we'll talk about Secret Santa as well. So Secret Santa is when we have a mystery gift. So somebody selected us. It works better with a group of people, for example, at work or in a classroom, where you usually have a hat, for example, with everybody's names on pieces of paper. And you go around and you pick a name and you hopefully know that person a little and you're able to get or make a gift for them that is somehow related to them. And on Christmas or around Christmas, you open your gift that someone made for you, but you don't know who it's from until you open it and then they tell you. So it's a fun tradition that people do sometimes at school or at work. Even if you have an office job, I know people do this in the office where they have Secret Santa. So that's what that is. This part of the book is very convenient since we are in Christmas and they are talking about presents for Christmas. Exactly. Yeah. So that's why there was a lot of useful vocabulary. And convenient, Gladys, is a great word. So good job using the word convenient. It is very convenient. Okay. So it is. All right. Just so we have wool sweater, I want to add because some of us might know, we might know already what wool is, but it's a material which which is similar to the fur of sheep. So we've talked about sheep before, I think. So wool is similar to that. It's an organic material, okay? So wool, and then sweater is, if we have a picture here, a sweater, oh, we do have a picture. So this is a sweater here. He's holding a sweater. And we have Christmas sweaters, which have a decoration, maybe a Christmas tree, or a red sweater with stars. That might be a Christmas sweater. So we have Christmas sweaters as well. Okay, so red wool sweater. That's page 119. Okay. 120. I almost missed the chat. I thought I was, Gladys says, I almost missed the chat. I thought I was at 10. Thought it was at 1:30. I am walking in the park and happened to check YouTube on my phone and I saw you. Yeah, thanks, Gladys, for joining. You know, change of schedule. I wasn't sure if I would do it today or yesterday. And I'm a little under the weather. So I decided to do it earlier than last week. But I'm happy we're doing it. Those who can't make it can watch the live stream because then we'll have Christmas, New Year's, and I know a lot of people are traveling, but I wanted to do this before the holidays officially start. And by the beginning of 2026, I want us to finish the book. So, but that will be homework. So it's less than 100 pages that you'll have to read. So it's not so severe, not so difficult. Severe is a great word, not so severe. Okay, so that's the idea. That's why I did it. But good job checking your phone while walking at the park. Okay, so 120. I want to mention under the Christmas tree. They had gifts under the Christmas tree. And under the Christmas tree, I just wanted to mention we have a Christmas tree. And then in the morning, we wake up and we go to wherever we have the Christmas tree and we find presents under the tree. So that's usually how it happens. Santa comes at night. He climbs down the chimney, as they say, and he brings us presents. And in the morning, under the Christmas tree, we find our presents. So I just wanted to share that just so we have an idea of how it happens in America. I know in some other countries, the Christmas celebration might be different. Maybe it's not Santa. Maybe you have other traditions. But in the U.S., that's how it goes. And he says, but when I started digging around is good. Digging around is looking around. So number 18, digging around. Digging around is looking around, but especially when we have things next to each other or on top of each other, then we can say digging around. So to dig is with a shovel. If you saw my last video, I had a shovel on YouTube. But digging around is if we have a lot of things and we're moving them, we're digging around. So we have a lot of presents. A present is another word for a gift. And we're moving them around. We're looking for ours. Because another thing is, he says, but when I started digging around, there were hardly any gifts with my name on them. So we also have these name tags, or when you buy a gift bag, you have a small piece of paper where you can write someone's name on the gift. So you look for your name. So when you're searching or digging around under the Christmas tree, you're looking for presents with your name on them. So you're looking for your presents. So that's what he was doing. All right, let me read some of these. That's page 120, by the way. So 120, page 120. Ariel, thanks for joining. Good afternoon. As usual, I am at work, but will definitely watch the live video once I am home. Thank you for the videos. Yeah, thanks, Ariel, for joining. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your appreciate help. You're welcome. You've been helping me out a lot. That's nice to hear. Sorry, I hope you get well. Thanks, Gladys. I'm getting better. I'm recovering. Mara, hey, Levy, I'm so sorry for the huge delay. I was not home and thought you would go live at 8:30, as always. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was mentioning we had a bit change of schedule here today, but I'm happy you're here, so thanks for joining. And hey, Ikram. And we're talking about Christmas vocabulary, but we've covered some other terms as well. So we're on page 120. We just talked about the Christmas tree and how we have presents under the tree. So that's usually how it goes, at least in the U.S. I don't know in other places. Do you also have? I know maybe in Poland, they have Santa bring presents, and maybe they have the presents on the windows or something like this. I know every country is a little different. But we'll go to 124. I just want to read this because I like the way it's written. I like the way it's written. So page 124. This is Greg and Uncle Charlie. Okay, so he got a present for Greg. And he says, I guess I didn't do a good job of hiding my disappointment, and Mom got mad. All I can say is I'm glad I'm still a kid, because if I had to act happy to act, I should have underlined to act happy about the kinds of gifts grown-ups get, I don't think I could pull it off. I think we talked about pull it off. But I like hiding my disappointment. So I'm disappointed. I'm not happy. I didn't receive the gift I wanted to receive. But I'm hiding my disappointment. So it could be our face. Facial expressions, we can say. Good gift. We're hiding our disappointment. And we have to act. So he's trying to act happy. Oh, yeah. To act. I love this gift. Okay, so 19, to act. I lost all your tags, so where can I find them at the end of the lesson? Oh, my chat? You can't see the chat? You mean the vocabulary? I think on the replay, it'll have all of my messages. I hope so, but I think it will. Andrik, hello, greetings from Myanmar. It is 1 a.m. here. Good morning, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining, Andrik. I had a student from Myanmar maybe 2 years ago, and she was living there. She was a business owner. She had her own business in Myanmar. I think she was making clothing for women, maybe pregnant women, but I don't remember. She was making clothing for women. So she had her own business. And thanks for joining. Okay, so that's page 124 to Okay. We'll do this, and then we'll wrap it up. To wrap up is finished. This is an expression, but I think it's a good one, and I'll explain what it is. So page 129, we have throw in the towel. Okay, so throw in the towel, and then I'll read the paragraph so you can get the context. 20, throw in the towel. So we know what a towel is, right? A towel is when we take a shower. We have a towel to wipe ourselves off, okay, to dry off. And throw in is to throw in the towel. What does this mean? I'll read the context. This is the bottom of page 129. I kind of decided to throw in the towel for this Christmas, and I headed up to Rowley's house. I'll read before as well. So he didn't get the video game gift that he wanted. So he really wanted this video game, and it looks like he didn't get it, or at least there was a confusion. His mother did get a video game but gave the gift to someone else, So even though my Christmas was not going that great, I'm sure it was going a whole lot worse for the Giving Tree guy. The Giving Tree guy we talked about is the charity where they give a gift for someone who's in need. Okay, so they don't have maybe a lot. So he's saying his is not going great, but it's going worse for the guy that they gave a gift to. I kind of decided to throw in the towel for this Christmas. And I had headed to Rowley's house, my friend's house. So he decided to throw in the towel, which is to give up. To give up is to quit. Okay, so throw in the towel is to give up or to quit. Originally, I believe it comes from boxing. I don't know if any other sports have the same way to give up or to quit. But in boxing, you have your corner. We have four corners, and on opposite corners, we have the coach and perhaps teammates who are watching the fighters. If one of the fighters is losing and he's maybe getting beat up, we say beat up like really defeated, and the coach decides, I think he's had enough. I think that's enough. We don't want him to take more damage or get more injured or hurt. Then he will throw in the towel, and the referee inside the ring will see that it's over. So that corner, that team, they quit. Okay, so that's throwing the towel. So I think that was good. We got 20. I think 20 is a good number. So we'll stop at 20. And we'll finish the book. I want the book finished by the first week or maybe the beginning of January. So it would be nice if we could finish the book by the beginning of January. The first week or the first week and a half of January, it would be great if we could finish the book and have it done. Okay, so Gerard, hiya. I just bought the book today. Great job. Thanks for joining the book challenge. I was just saying we're going to finish the book, I hope, by the beginning of January. So that will be homework for you to finish. And if you have time, you can review the old streams and highlight vocabulary. The next time you can join and ask questions. So if you find words that we didn't cover or expressions that you think are useful, you can write those down and join next stream and ask any questions, Gerard. So thanks for joining. Gladys, I got a question about pronunciation. It's when Break's dad pick all day wraps after opening the gift. He said they word swoop, and I tried to pronounce, but it sounds as soup. Oh, right. Yeah, what page is that, Gladys? Thanks. That's a good question. I remember that part. That's when Roderick is opening his gift in the picture, right? He's opening his gift. And he has a trash bag. Yep, I got it. 121. So he's talking about here. Swoops. Dad swoops right in and cleans up after them. He swoops in as he comes in. You can imagine someone drops some trash or paper on the floor and he comes in quickly. He swoops in. We can say a bird. Maybe we talked about swoop. Did we talk about swoop in the Magic Treehouse? But thanks for reminding me, Gladys. Swoops in. To swoop in like a bird swoops in or swoops down. So swoops. It's not soup. Soup is similar, a little different, but swoop. So swoops in. He swoops right in. Good question, Gladys. You can practice the SW, swoop. Soup and swoop. Swoops right in and cleans up after them. So swoops right in. Good question. Have you decided when, Mara, have you decided when the next stream will be? Yeah, we'll do it in the beginning of January. I don't know when exactly. I like Mondays and Tuesdays. I also like Thursdays. So those are good days for me. Today's Tuesday, and I think Tuesday's a good time as well. Tuesday, we could do it even a bit earlier. Like today, we did an hour and a half earlier than usual. So, but beginning of January sometime, and I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you updated on what's happening. Can you help me to pronounce those two words because it sounds like soup to me, and I know that's not right. It's not soup. It's swoop. Swoop, not soup. Soup is different, but swoop, swoop. You can pronounce the word whoop, whoop. You can practice this, whoop, and then go from here to swoop. Okay, so whoop, whoop. You can look at my face and try to have the same face. Whoop, swoop. We just add the S. So whoop, soup, soup, swoop. Okay? So the W sound like whoop, swoop. Jarir, sorry if I mispronounced your name. What's the difference between here and here? Also meat and meat. Same pronunciation, Jaror. Good question. So same pronunciation here and to here, like the verb, those are the same. And meat, like buying meat or to meat, those are the same as well. So good question. So meat, meat, here, here. The meanings are different. The pronunciations are the same. Is it kind of Illustrator at the bottom of a page that I don't know because I am working in the park? I don't have my note. I don't have my notes here. I don't know what you mean, Illustrator, Gladys, but you can rewatch after you leave the park, and you can rewatch and highlight because I think the chat will also be saved. So all the messages you can look at and see. And even on screen, I have the chat, which is good. I'm happy about that. So on the screen, you can see the chat. So all the messages, you can go back and add them to your list. So, okay, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Good job, those of you who are reading and sticking to an English routine. Good job to those who are joining the stream. I was just speaking with some students today about whether or not, notice whether or not they have an English goal or English goals for 2026. Not that necessarily they need to book classes, but do they have some goal that they can try to reach or strive for? We can say to strive for. And they all said no. They don't have any particular goals, or they don't have any goals for English. And that's something we can think about as we finish off 2025. What are our goals for next year? You know, what goals can we have? I was giving an example. We have different tests like IELTS, Cambridge, TOEFL, and there's also a Duolingo test. So we have these different tests that we can take to measure our language. And not that it's necessary for you to pay the money and take the test and get a good score, but it's a good measurement of your progress. So just to have some number in your mind that if you're currently A2 or B1, then you're trying to reach, let's say, B2 or C1, lower advanced. So to have some goals, and we can have goals quarterly or 6 month goals or a goal for by the end of the year. So it's something we can have. I think reading could be a goal as well, to read 20 books in English, for example. Maybe 20's a lot, but this is just to get you in the habit of reading consistently and highlighting words, trying to use those words in your speaking and writing, and getting in the habit of doing that consistently. So not once a year, but regularly reading in English. So that's the idea of the book challenge, is to get people to read more and to pay attention to what we're reading and to try to use the vocabulary that we're learning. Some of these words are basic, but to make our vocabulary stronger, to have a stronger vocabulary, it's good to use them. So to write them down and use them in our speaking classes, even if we're just speaking with ourselves. So even if we're just speaking with ourselves or with our friends or family members, our pets, we can use these vocabulary terms and expressions. Okay, so that's the idea. Take good care of yourself and be safe. Have a merry, holly jolly Christmas, friends, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yeah, thanks everybody. So yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays, and thanks for joining. And I'll see you in the beginning of January. I want everybody to, if you have time, to finish the book. And we'll do the next live stream in 2026, beginning sometime. I'll keep everybody updated. I did an Instagram story today, and I hope to keep you posted earlier so you can prepare for it. But I think people joined and they participated. So with Leo, I am speaking. Amazing, Gemini. That's the idea. And yeah, so thanks for everybody for being here. Have a good Tuesday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you in 2026, maybe some of you earlier. So I'll still be posting. So take care and